All right.
We're at the juice bar, like taking wellness shots. We're like, whoa.
Welcome back to Poor Decisions. Today we'll be talking about questioning your sexuality. And I have a super awesome person with me here today. I have Jack Barron.
Hey.
Let's face it, growing up is hard enough as is. And the last thing you want to do is feel like you're totally different than other people. And it's Pride Month, so that means we're going to be talking a lot about LGBTQ plus issues. And I figured we could start off with questioning your sexuality, which I feel like a lot of us go through.
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
you've dealt with that naturally
Yes,
too.
I have.
And your video on coming out is amazing.
Thank you.
Figured I could have Jack here to help us answer some questions. So we figured we could do a color changing cocktail because, you know, sexuality and gender is fluid and everybody can see it differently. So why not have our drinks reflect that?
Yeah.
These are non-alcoholic because I've got someone who's not quite
Not
21.
quite.
So close
Couple
though.
months, so I'll be back. My
Love.
21st birthday, I'll be right here.
Okay, I'm a little nervous. I hope something cool happens.
Yeah.
All right, so we pour this in. Yes. Oh my God.
That's so pretty.
This is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gonna match
This is
your
what we were
shirt.
hoping for. A nice, vibrant purple.
Oh my God, and now it's kind of becoming pink, hot pink.
What if it just like went through the full rainbow?
Oh, that'd be amazing. So each week I ask you guys for questions and you've been submitting really awesome ones. And today, some of the questions, for a lot of them, you wanted to remain anonymous. So let's just dive right in. The first question is, I feel like I'm questioning my sexuality. Does that automatically mean I'm gay? No.
Definitely not.
I feel like sometimes people feel the need to like put a label on it as soon as they feel just something different.
Sometimes what I've like come to find is that it could be situational for a lot of people many times. Like you go through a lot of phases where it changes and you might not even be secure with exactly where you are until like years down the line of even starting that journey.
Yeah. My friend just came out to me and now I feel uncomfortable. Is there anything right or wrong that I should be saying or doing, or how should I handle the situation? I think as someone who is straight, especially with a lot of straight friends that I had too, it was always this weird thing that people had that if someone was gay or like bisexual, that meant that they liked everyone of that gender. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, I don't like every guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely know what
And
you're
so
saying.
I'm like, you're being a little too flattering of yourself if you think that everyone who likes females likes you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, and it's like a real issue. People think that if you label yourself that it applies to everyone around you, and I don't think that's the case at all. Because like you said, the straight people don't like every single person.
I don't like every dude that walks in the door, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I feel like in the first place, what they did like coming out to you is a very personal thing that they've done, and I think placing any judgment is literally the last thing that they deserve.
Yeah.
I think definitely asking questions always helps, like obviously not offensive questions.
No, the person who's telling you that, they're very understanding. Like they came to terms with something so great with themselves, so they're just looking for you to be understanding. And if you ask questions and just try to relate in any way, then they're gonna feel more understood, and that's just gonna bring your bonds closer together.
This one I feel like a lot of people deal with.
I'm like sweating.
We got multiple questions of this, is that they're afraid for whatever reason, if it's religious or societal, things like that, that their parents are gonna disown them or really be disappointed in them, and they're afraid of how to come out to them. Or even just openly talk about if they are questioning their sexuality. This is hard.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate that my parents were like there to just kind of watch me go through that discovery and to not have anything to stop me, nothing to say to stop me besides just like, that's great.
At the end of the day, you know, I hope your parents love you for who you are, and you know, it does take processing sometimes.
Something to remember is that sometimes the first time you say it to someone else, it could be the first time they're even thinking about it in terms of you. So it's like the moment you tell someone else is like the first seed that you might have had years ago. So hopefully, like they can let that seed just blossom really quickly and not have to like develop that thought or like go through the same type of process that you did. I feel like a lot of times parents are just very protective and concerned for their children because they know like about the world a little bit more than you do, and like how people are treated and how things can affect you and your place in our society, and just like they're very protective and want to make sure that you're getting exposed to the best things and like you're making the best decisions for yourself, and coming out is the best decision for yourself. It's just sometimes if a parent hasn't done that thing, but maybe 9 out of the other 10 things that you're trying to figure out, that's the one that they're gonna have to like learn to understand.
So someone asked, I feel like I need to label myself as gay, straight, or bi, but I don't want to be stuck with a label.
I feel like it somewhat has to do maybe with experience and just like getting experience in something that you might not be sure of or questioning. You can have 17 boyfriends and then the 18th be a girlfriend, and you like stay with the girlfriend for the rest of your life.
And there's not like some strict lane you have to stay in, I feel like, you know?
I feel like when you're not out and you're trying to come out and you're trying to come to terms with that, it does feel a little bit like you're choosing, not like you're not choosing a lane, but you're kind of like going to eventually be put in a lane. But I wouldn't let anyone make you feel that way, or even let yourself convince yourself that you might be stuck in a lane, because honestly, like when you just go into the world by yourself, like you can meet new people every day who will not know what you are, how you identify, who you like, and it's really up to you each day. Like literally, you could change your mind each day if you want to. And if you don't, then you can be one thing your whole life. I feel for everyone out there going through like situations where it does feel like a lot of pressure, but I promise you, like more and more, like just time and acceptance from people around you and yourself, it's gonna feel less and less pressure, and it's gonna feel like the best thing, like the best part of your life is that you accepted that. And like, I think being gay is the best part of my life.
How do I respond to people who say it's just a phase?
Personally, I mean, I say I'm always in a phase. That's like my Twitter bio. I like made a hat. I made a baseball hat with that on it, because I'm like, I'm literally always in a phase. So if you wanna like say that being gay is a phase, then like, yeah, you're going through tons of phases yourself as well.
Yeah, it's a part of you as a person.
Yeah, and it's like, you're discovering it through becoming your person.
Yeah, and I think trying to look at it from their point of view too, of like, it's kind of sad that it might come out of ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, and that they don't really understand. I think that that's something that they need to work out with themselves.
Yeah, I'd be like, honestly, all of your like past boyfriends have been phases.
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean?
Everyone I date
like,
is a phase.
Every single boyfriend you've had is a phase. Each person might be a phase, but your sexuality is just like, it's a part of you. So it's definitely not a phase.
So at the end of each episode, we kind of talk about the one thing we learned today.
Ever since I let go of that pressure and just started identifying as gay, like universally, literally, I made a video on YouTube about it, so like anyone could know. It really just became such a small word to me. Like, a lot of my friends and I are gay, and we don't really like remind ourselves all the time.
I put them in the hot seat.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that we did learn today was to just ask questions and don't be afraid to explore, because I feel like the more you talk with people and even, you know, explore within yourself, you find the right answers. There's also a great organization called the TREVOR Project that deals with LGBTQ youth, and it's also a great place to get resources as well. And I am so thankful you were able to come on and talk about this. I know that it's, you know, a very complicated subject, and there's
a little.
there's never one right answer. I feel like.
Live each day your truth, because it's just, I don't know, you don't have too many, you have a lot of days, but you want to like really make the most of every single one, and the more you embrace yourself and through experience, and just, you're gonna wind up being really happy with coming to terms with yourself.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I want to hear more about your stories. If you guys want to leave them in the comments or ask us more questions, and let us know who you want to see come on. You want to see him back for his 21st birthday.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to Popsugar Girls Guide because I am here every Thursday, whether you like it or not. And you can follow me on Instagram at Candy Lowry and on Twitter at the Candace Lowry. And then your socials.
My Instagram is ThatSoJack with 1 S, and my Twitter is Jack Barron. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.